It is all about frogs today. Welcome to the RBG. Such a great exhibit happening for the next 3 months. Christy is joining me here. Christy, tell me a little bit about the exhibit, what you have here and what people can see.
Yeah, so we are currently in our winter exhibit, Frogs, where we're looking at the beautiful diversity, variety, and colors and shapes of frogs from all around the world. And then we're also going to be able to talk about some of our local species, local amphibians and reptiles, and of course the wetlands that they call home.
Amazing. And then there's so much interactive stuff to do. I noticed there's a little frog cornhole over there. We've got lots of facts, and I bet kids just love this place.
Yeah, we try to do a little bit of everything, no matter the age, no matter what your interest is. We try to have something for everybody.
It's very cool. We were talking about one particular frog, and I believe we're going to get a chance to get a close-up look.
Yes, this right here is Jabba. He is an African bullfrog, and he is the largest frog that we have on display. I'm joined here by Rebecca, who is the zookeeper who cares for all of our frogs from around the world.
Oh, she's going to touch him.
She'll pull him right out for us, so you can see him in all of his glory.
Oh my gosh.
He's quite the fellow.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute and gross at the same time.
we love to show all of the different aspects of frogs. So he is very unique looking. He's got great big mouth. He will eat pretty much anything that he can fit inside that mouth.
So if I put my finger near, he might bite me?
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm not allowed to touch the frog. Hi, Jabba.
He's aptly named.
Yeah.
Since he is a chubby boy who likes to hang around. He loves the water. You'll often see him hanging around in his little pond.
He's so funny looking. He's just looking at us being like, okay, can I go back in? Who's going to give me some food now?
Oh, he's definitely hungry. I'm sure if we offer him, we have some super worms with us here today.
Super worms?
Yeah, they're these big, beefy looking worms, and if we offer him one, we'll see if he'll gobble it up.
Don't get too close, Luke. He might bite the camera. He looks hungry. Oh yeah, come on, Jabba. Oh, whoops. There you go, buddy. Oh wow, and the tweezers too. Okay, we've got lots more exciting stuff coming up. We're going to check out some more frogs and take you through the exhibit. It's going to be a lot of fun here today on Morning Live. Stay with us. Okay, now we're checking out the dart poisonous frogs, but apparently they're not poisonous. What's the deal with that, Christy?
That's true, Emily. These ones actually aren't dangerous, and that's because they eat fruit flies, which Rebecca has right here, and she's going to offer them, and we'll see what they do with them. See if they're hungry this morning. They are not poisonous because fruit flies are harmless, whereas in the wild where they live naturally, they eat poisonous ants. And so it's their food that actually makes them toxic. So without having it here, they're not a risk. That's why Rebecca is able to pick them up and care for them as she needs.
That's really neat.
This species is a favorite for adults and kids. Everybody loves these fun colors.
They don't even look real.
They don't. They almost look like little toy frogs.
They're adorable.
And they're great for all ages, just like our evening offerings. We have after dark evenings that are for 19+ adult only evenings if you want to come see the frogs without kids.
So what makes it 19+? Because you offer a bar selection?
There is a bar selection. There is some mood lighting. There's some added entertainment and programming geared specifically for adults. And then to flip that, we also have youth evenings that are for organized youth groups, and they can come in and see frogs after hours as well.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, are there any exhibits where you can kind of touch a frog?
No handling. So frogs are very sensitive. Their skin is very, very thin, and they actually breathe through their skin.
Right.
So we like to keep our hands off of all of the frogs so that it's for their best well-being.
Of course. And to be honest, I say, oh yeah, I'd love to hold one, but really, at the end of the day, I don't know if I do.
They're very cool critters. I totally get the appeal.
Yeah, they are super cool. All right, what you're looking at are the dart poison frogs, but they're not poisonous because they just eat fruit flies. More on the frog exhibit coming up at the RBG. Back at the RBG, and this time we are checking out the cane toad. I'm a little nervous that they're going to jump out of here, but they're not, right?
They shouldn't. No, they'll stay put. We'll keep an eye on them, though, just to be careful.
Tell me how they're accidental tourists.
So these guys are really cool animals because they are actually invasive species in a lot of places in the world, and we don't really think of frogs as being invasive species. Here at RBG, we do a lot of conservation effort looking at invasive plants and sort of how plants move around and can become invasive. But we don't necessarily think of amphibians or frogs doing that. And these toads are that in other areas of the world.
Wow.
And so they can actually completely take over and cause pretty major damage to agricultural crops where they're found. They, of course, have a native range, just like all animals, where they are natural in a part of the ecosystem, but they've been moved around by people, and then they end up becoming a conservation problem.
Interesting.
They're a really cool toad, though. Very, very large. We have 3 of them on display here at RBG right now. Rebecca's got the biggest one in her hands right now. And
are they a family?
Good question.
I don't believe so.
We don't believe so.
I love how they can like web their feet to climb.
Yeah,
That's
surprisingly,
so
these toads are great climbers. It does help that their enclosure has nice little cracks for them to sort of support themselves to help them climb. But compared to most other toads, they are actually pretty good at scaling vertical surfaces.
I love how this little guy's like hiding in the corner. He's totally camera shy.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not going to see my face. So cool. So the exhibit is running for 3 months. You've got lots of youth programs. There's they're after hours for 19 plus. There's a full bar set up, so you can grab yourself a cocktail, perfect for date night. Here at the RBG, beautiful, beautiful exhibit. We're going to continue our tour in just a few minutes. Now this one might look familiar to some because this one is actually a native species to Canada. We're here with Christy at the RBG, studying frogs, learning all about them.
Yeah, so this is Matilda, and she is an American toad, which is the most common toad species that we have here in Ontario. And she's one of the species that we have on display looking at native species here in Ontario.
Okay.
So we have 4 species of amphibians and a few turtles and reptiles also on display just to talk about the local ecosystem and frogs here at home.
Wow.
Matilda here loves to meet people, and she actually is used in our Animal Encounters program.
Really?
That we run every single day. So we have programming every hour on the hour, 7 days a week during our open hours. And Matilda, during our Animal Encounter shows, is one of the animals that you might get to meet.
Really? Hi, Matilda. It's nice to meet you, Matilda. Ooh, she's looking at me. And frogs, interestingly enough, breathe through their skin, so you have to be very gentle when you're holding them. We're not allowed to hold them.
That's why I'm wearing gloves, to protect her skin.
Oh, it's not necessarily to protect you, I guess, because she's not poisonous, is she?
That's correct. She wouldn't harm me at all. It's more in case I have sunscreen or moisturizer or hand sanitizer on my hands. It's to help keep her safe.
Right. So lots of different types of frog species here at the exhibit. Of course, people can get their tickets.
They can, yeah. You can visit rbg.ca/frogs, where we have all of our information on different offerings, our special events, as well as ticketing.
And I'm guessing you guys have a huge March break program coming up.
We do, yes. We're hoping to be very busy.
All right, well, there you go. Get your tickets while you can. The exhibit lasts for another couple of months here at RBG. Come and check out all of the frogs.